Hello, sixth graders who are now arriving in front of me. I want to give you a reminder of what we went over yesterday, so that way, when you're on your own, you can continue this work. So yesterday, we started talking about how nonfiction text structures help us to understand text as we read them, but also nonfiction text structures can help us to better write information books, keeping our writing nice and organized and helping our readers to understand exactly what we're trying to teach them. So today, what I want to remind you is that whenever you write an information book, you want to first start by planning with text structure in mind, not just thinking about the text structure of the whole book, but the text structure for each part. And then you plan and you draft with this in mind. So let me just quickly show you how I did this in my own writer's notebook. So I'm writing about ADHD. So I'm going to go back and look over my notes from generating some of my insider information. The first thing I might do is I might start to group my information together, see if I have any big categories. Let's see. As I'm looking across here, I feel like I have a lot about like misunderstandings about ADHD. Let me just see what information I can group together with that. Misunderstandings, people don't realize that adults have it. Adults can develop it later in life. Adult ADHD is different from kids ADHD. Okay, so I'm thinking that could be a chapter. So now that I have a group of information here, let me think what structure might be really good for this. What am I trying to teach? I'm trying to teach that kids and adults both have it. However, kids and adults are a bit different when it comes to ADHD. I feel like a structure that could really work well is compare and contrast. So maybe what I'll do is have one of my chapters focus on adult ADHD, but through the lens of compare and contrast. So I'll have a compare and contrast chapter where I'm looking at adult ADHD versus kid ADHD. So that might be one chapter. I'm not really sure if that's going to be the first chapter. So let me just think about maybe how else this might go. Let me look and see maybe how could this whole thing start? Well, let's see. I definitely feel like it's important to define it, give out the full definition of ADHD, maybe give some descriptions of what it is. So I feel like I want to, in my first chapter, really explain what it is to people. So a structure that might be really good for that is classification. Classification is really great when we're trying to teach someone a new term, especially when it comes to our information books. It's not everyone has the same insider information that we do. So I'm going to define and describe ADHD. So that could be like my intro technically. So then what I'm going to do is as I continue on, I'll think about not only what structures I could use, but how they might help me to put my information on the page. So today, as you continue working, I want you to be using your old notes, the notes that you've already been generating, as well as the text structure chart, thinking about what ideas, what information do I have so far? What am I trying to say? And what structure will help me to say that? So you might take some time to continue planning or to start planning, and then you can start drafting this in a Google document. As soon as you feel like you're ready, go ahead and open a Google document, share it to me, and get started on drafting. Don't forget that you have some other resources to help you. Not only do you have our charts about structure, you also have Charlie's writing as well. Charlie's writing is beautifully organized by structure. So let that be your model and your guide for today. All right, good luck writing. I can't wait to see what you come up with.